we have to clear up this rumor that black people can't do business together, because that's not true. But a lot of the issue is you don't have a lot of black people, and I'm just speaking for blacks right now because I know there's many nationalities that deal with the same issues, but this was brought to our attention just about blacks. And it's like this: most black people don't truly understand business. I mean, if you're listening, you're watching this, like, truly think about this. How many people do you actually know who's actually come from nothing and they've invested their own time, their own money from their job, from another side business venture or something like that, and they've partnered with somebody, they've actually built a brand within themselves. Not no logo, not some idea that just came from the mind. It may have started there, but I'm saying, how many people do you know have actually taken it from that idea, invested and sacrificed, sleeping on maybe 1, 2, 3 hours a night, and then they build, and then they have become to the point where it's successful? And people are going to question till you get to that point anyway, because they don't understand. They don't understand going to make, hey, this business costs 1.2 million. So guess what? I'm going to start off with $20,000, $30,000, investing that money as opposed to going to get material things. And then when I make money from that, I'm going to put it back into this as opposed to going to spend this money again. I'm putting it back into my business. So my business keep on cycling. So I go from making 20,000 to making 40,000 to making 60,000. But all that is going back into your business until you get up to this 1.2 million that you actually need to make it this powerhouse company. But how many people do you know have actually done that? So we don't need a million opinions of people who've never actually done it. We need people who've actually stepped out there on faith, or stepped out there and invested and built and done these things. And then they will be able to tell you how they were able to partner with people. You're going to run into blacks, whites, Hispanics, or whoever who's going to do some negative things. They'll step on your toes. But the reality is there are great people out there who are black who would do great business with you, and we need to just cut out with a lot of these myths that we're hearing from people who's never stepped out to do it, man. You have to understand what business is before somebody would do business with you, and a lot of people think they're business people because they work in a bank, or, they have an executive job or something. That doesn't make you a business person. It may make you a good person. You may make some good money. You may be a professional at what you do. But entrepreneurs, they invest to build and build and build, to give people jobs and benefits and help communities. They're leaders. And most of them, they're risk takers. But if you look around, most people are not willing to take those same risks. So don't tell me that two black people can't get together and run a business together, or even become partners after they've built to a certain plateau, because it gets done every day. I've done it. But the difference is you surrounding yourself with a whole bunch of negative people because they don't, you don't mean to, put yourself around these negative people, but they may be friends or family members and they just don't understand. Where's this money at? It's back invested. So people need to have a knowledge of how business work before they can actually, expect somebody to partner with them or work together. People keep talking about unity. People keep talking about networking. Well, what is networking? You can meet every person on a planet. But if you don't have something valuable to them and them valuable to you, then y'all never going to be able to partner to do anything. You got to be able to show somebody what y'all actually have in common on the business side of things for y'all to be able to partner together to make something happen. If there's no trust there, and how can you have trust if you got a guy who's built from nothing to $20 million, or to making $80,000 or $90,000 a year through experience and actually incorporating and putting their own money in, and then you got a guy who's sitting here with a million ideas just wanting somebody to invest and put them on the forefront? It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like